What's up for today, guys? It's Cinemagic, and today we're gonna be doing an unboxing for this review and also a microphone test for this Blue Yeti microphone Blackout edition. I'm actually using the Blue Yeti mic right now, and it's plugged into my computer, so you'll be hearing the sound quality of this microphone throughout the video. But first things first, I'll be putting the information in the video itself for you to know what settings I'm using and also the mic gain, but it's usually 0%. But I don't have number 2, I don't have a pop filter, so you'll be hearing my sounds often or sometimes. Number 3, I live along the highway, so you'll be hearing a lot of car and background noises. Number 4, this is a raw recording, and it's not filtered for noise and background reduction. Outside the box, we'll be seeing the Blue Yeti Blackout Edition microphone logo. The right side, you'll be seeing the 4 settings that you'll be using on the microphone, and I'll be demonstrating it later. The next part, we'll be seeing the microphone parts. This is where all the detailed parts are, and also a trivia for the Blue Yeti. Okay, so the first thing that you will see in the box is going to be the mini USB, a very long mini USB for the Blue Yeti microphone to be powered up, and also an instruction manual where all the specifications and everything will be seen. Okay, so this is actually the mic itself, and starting below or in front, you will be seeing the master volume and also a mute button. At the back, you will be seeing the 4-pattern polar selector and also a mic gain. We also have an adjustment knob for you to tighten and loosen the microphone in the way you want it. Also, in the middle part, at the bottom part of the microphone, we have a threaded stand mic adapter, and also we also have a mini USB port to power up your microphone, and also a headphone jack. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a mic test right now. In this case, I'll be using a 0% mic gain right here throughout the video. Okay, so if I try to turn the mic gain clockwise, you'll be hearing a lot of inputs. You'll be hearing a lot of inputs kicking in, like my breath, or maybe the electric fan right there at the back, or maybe some car noises, more car noises or louder. Because if you look through this window, you see this is the what do you call it, blinds. If you look through this window, you'll be seeing the the highway itself. So even though it's not a really big highway, it's still a highway where cars often do pass every time and every now and then. So okay, let's talk about the front first. Okay, I'll be rotating this. Okay, so I changed the settings to a bidirectional. Let's talk about the front first. Based on the video, or based on the unboxing, what I did is that this is the master volume. So if I try to return it, I'll be not hearing my voice because I actually plugged my headset here in my mic directly, so I can hear what I'm saying right now. And also, this is the mute button. If I try to press this mute button, you won't be hearing anything. If I try to press it right now, okay, so at the back, this is what you call the pattern, or the polar pattern, the 4-polar pattern selector. One drawback about this is that it's very hard to turn. If you don't have a very nice grip, you won't be able to turn this very easily, because it's really hard. It's very hard. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about different settings, different settings. There are actually 4 settings. One is stereo. Second one is going to be the omnidirectional. Third one is going to be the cardioid, and lastly, the bidirectional. This is actually a stereo, and it's going to be utilizing the headset of yours. So it will deliver a stereo type of sounds. Okay, so if I try to talk here at the right side of the microphone, you will only hear the voice on the right side of your headset or speakers. And also, if I try to talk in front, it will be distributed equally. And then if I try to talk at the left side or the left part of the microphone, you only hear the left side, and you'll think that your right ear is actually dead. Or if I try to whisper something like here, something like Swords Realm Manila. Utang ina mo. Tang ina mo. Shut up, motherfucker bitch. Okay, so I think you get what the stereo microphone setting is all about. The next one is going to be the omnidirectional. I don't think I would be needing to explain this further, because the omnidirectional is all about when you try to talk in all directions, something like when you talk here at the back, above it, at the left side, it will just same the exact thing. Okay, something like this. If I try to talk here, you will only hear the same thing. It won't be muted in such way. It won't be focused in such way. So everything will be distributed equally. The next one is going to be the most commonly used settings for the condenser mics, and also for this Blue Yeti microphone. The Blue Yeti microphone has a cardioid setting, which means the only thing that is going to be focused on receiving the sounds is going to be in front of the Blue Yeti mic. So if I try to talk on the right side of the microphone, it will be kind of muted, right? It's only getting sounds in this place, or in front of it. If I also try to talk at the back side of the microphone, you won't be hearing not that clear. You will still hear something, but you will hear a muted voice, right? Because it's not focused, and that's what the cardioid setting do. The next one is going to be the bidirectional. See, that's really hard. It hurt my fingers. The bidirectional is actually it's good for interviews, and also some duets. Okay, by the way, the cardioid is also good for YouTube commentary, broadcasting, and also what do you call this? Song covers. So the bidirectional is good for interviews and duets in song covers. So because it based on its based on its term bidirectional, it means 2 directions, right? So it will only receive the sound in 2 directions, which will be the front of the mic and also the back of the mic. So if I try to talk here, it will be the same with the cardioid. If I try to talk on the sides, it will be kind of muted, right? And if I try to talk at the back, you will still hear my voice, the same thing you hear at the front of the microphone, and it will be something like what you call the 2-way cardioid or something, and that is what the bidirectional do. So I think that's I've concluded everything about the settings of the microphone. So I'll be reverting it back to the the cardioid settings. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about the microphone. The microphone is clearly black, and it's really nice having the matte finish with I don't know what kind of color is this. Maybe just a matte black. Yeah, just the matte black. So let's talk about the drawback of this microphone. I wouldn't say it's having this weight because it weighs 3 pounds. 3 pounds. It weighs 3 pounds overall, including the mic stand. The mic stand is actually what makes it heavier because it's actually 1 kilogram. The microphone itself is actually half a kilo, so I wouldn't be having a hard time, or I won't be putting the weight of this to be a drawback, because you wouldn't carry the microphone every now and then. One drawback would be the polar selector, because it's very hard, very hard to turn. It's very hassle for you to turn. Even sometimes it would be hurting your fingers. And also one drawback is the adjustment knob. When I try to what do you call this? Tighten the screws, it won't move, right? So if you try to force it, it will kind of loosen right away, where it would be not that really loose, but it's not the same as you will be tightening the screws again, which is very inconvenient in some way. So I think that's it for the drawback. Talking about the cable, the mini USB cable, you can actually change it through what do you call this? You can change it to a shorter length, because in my case, my laptop is just right here in front of me, and the microphone is just right here. If you have a desktop, I think this is actually good because it's very long. In my case, I need a shorter one because the bulky cable, this one, see, it's very bulky. It consumes the table, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll be trying to change it, and that's it. Next one is going to be I will be talking about the microphone sound test on the keyboard. So I'm using a Razer BlackWidow X. So this is what it sounds like. And it really sounds very loud. So I'll be trying to change my keyboard into a maybe what do you call this, quieter keyboard, something like a rubber dome again. This is actually my K35 keyboard, or maybe Romer G also, or a brown switch, yeah, something like that. And lastly, I'll be talking about something, okay, I'll be reverting it back to the what do you call this, the screen of my laptop. So let's go to the screen of my laptop. Okay, so in this case, if you try the Blue Yeti microphone is actually, excuse me, a plug and play microphone. So if you try to plug it, you'll be hearing it right away. So once you plug your headset, you'll be instantly hear your voice directly. No drivers needed, no black magics needed. So if you try to play around with the settings, of course you'll be going to the playback devices right here, and then sometimes you will be looking at the recording. As you can see, this is the just like what I do, I like to explore stuff. And then this is the Yeti stereo microphone. So I went to the properties. Listen, if you're actually using a headset, you tend to listen to your voice, right? So what you're gonna do is try to click it. So since I haven't done clicking this thing, I didn't really need to open this checkbox right here, because I can already hear it. But I tried to explore it and clicked it, applied it. Okay, so what happened is that I heard more noises, which means it's something like a 100% or 50% mic gain increase on the Blue Yeti microphone. which is it's not very good. So what I did is, you know, what you're gonna do is try to remove it, uncheck it, and apply it. You know what happened? I can't hear my voice anymore from the headset. Even though I tried to restart it and everything, it didn't work anymore. So I found a way to revert it back to the original. So once you have done that, never try it again, because you know it's very hassle. Not really that hassle, but it's still hassle. So what you're gonna do once you have done messing up with your settings, go to Device Manager. Okay, go to Device Manager and go to the Sound, Video, and Game Controllers. You'll be looking at the Yeti stereo microphone. Go to that and uninstall it. Once you have uninstalled it, remove the microphone for around 30 seconds, then plug it in. Then voila, you'll hear it. You will hear your voice once again, because that's it. You're okay, and you don't need to, you know, change back once again. So I think that's all for today. That concludes my review, mic test, and unboxing for my Blue Yeti microphone Blackout edition. So I think that's all for today. Please like and subscribe with my YouTube channel. This is Siren Magic. Thanks for watching.